Greetings, Guardians. Welcome to the Voices of the Vanguard. Today I have with me Sully from Sully__games. Say hello, Sully. I never know which one to say. Just Sully Games or just Sully underscores. But
just say Sully Games.
Sully Games this year.
Yeah, leave out the underscores. What's up after that?
Oh man. And I'm your host Kane, and I'm not feeling too great right now. Like, it's my birthday, yes, but this whole room is just a nightmare. There's mold on my AC. It's too fucking hot. It's too much.
Too much.
So I'm gonna let Sully talk about what he wants to talk about, because he said he had some stuff he wanted to say for this week.
I mean, it'll probably be like a fairly short, I guess, podcast this week. Obviously, Kane and I are both kind of like doing other things outside of the Destiny world right now, since like content's just been kind of slow. GMs are back, so I actually might hop on a little bit this weekend, play some GMs. We tried the GM. What did we try yesterday?
Lake of Shadows.
Lake of Shadows. You and Justin were not having very fun.
I was having a good time, but I was getting destroyed. I've never run that. I haven't run that strike since the changes. So.
Oh yeah, that is true. What did you think of the changes? Now the Tormentor, I do not believe is in like the normal strike. Like because that was technically the second time I've actually ran that.
Have you ran that as a Nightfall before though? Because it might be in the Nightfall.
I don't do Nightfalls at all unless I need the 100K at the very beginning of a season. I see 0 point really. I don't really need anything. If I'm gonna run a Nightfall, it needs to be a GM.
Your video just died, by the way, so we're having great times here.
Nice.
Well, running Nightfalls is more efficient than.
There we go.
Yeah, we're back.
I don't know what happened there.
Running Nightfalls is more efficient than just running strikes, because you get more for the attunement, anyways. So you only have to do 2 or 3 of those.
I don't even run strikes.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if I'm gonna,
I haven't run strikes really since after I got power. I only really do it if I want to get the 120 bright dust.
That's why, like, I was kind of like when I was going on my rant last week. I would love to see them because, like, you're already capped when it comes to GMs. I would just love to see them week 1 every season, every release. GMs available. Like, I really love GMs. Like, I love doing them solo. You know, like, I do some carries. Maybe we can just get some good players together and just farm out a GM for, like, it's a good way to farm, like, exotics. I don't really necessarily care about Ascendant shards so much because I'm always, like, pretty stockpiled on them, but, like, whatever. But, like, anywho, yeah. That was a pretty wild experience yesterday on Lake of Shadows. I said that Tormentor kind of threw me in for a surprise. I did not know he was going to be there. So
yeah. To answer your question, what I think about the changes, I'm coming to this like way after the fact, so I just kept hearing about how bad it was, and it seems fine to me. But
yes, that's how I felt.
I'm not indifferent or against it. I'm just glad that people don't have to, because I would load in with people and they would speedrun right to the end and expect everyone else to do all the work while they wait. And I would always just leave because I would get so pissed. And now they can't do that.
Yeah, I don't even necessarily think it's like the change is good, but I don't think it's as bad as people were like making it out to be. But
I do like it for the GM though, because you have to be strategic about your advancement.
Yeah, because of
which
the
is what I like
and stuff.
Yeah, the reason I like GMs is because you have to be. You can't just like run in there and then kill everything. You have to be strategic.
Well, some people can, but
yeah, Justin. Oh man, but yeah, you have to be strategic. You have to know where to. It's like you need to know where the spawns are. So since it was my first time, I had no idea where to stand or where the spawns were. So I'd stand in a spot and be like, "Oh, there's poison here. I can't stand here."
Yeah. And obviously, I mean, it was a Wednesday. I mean, I know Justin has a busy schedule. You have a busy schedule. I have a busy schedule. GMs typically during the week for us, like sometimes never go this smooth. And plus, we did the master raid. We're pretty tired, so I think I mean, if we really wanted to this weekend, we could sit down and knock them out. The only GM that I'm truly worried about, is the Mars one. Now, I haven't really heard anything on social media of like the changes, if it's crazy hard or whatever, but like,
yeah, I haven't heard.
That's a good, so I'll take that as a good thing. Not a whole lot of complaining. So, but GMs are back, so I will hopefully be on a little bit more on Destiny 2 for the next few weeks. But man, it's time for that new season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And another thing, actually, I wanted to kind of mention, I need to actually put down. They are now. Saw this, I think, last week, 2 weeks ago. Maybe I think it was last week. They are now play testing the new dungeon, so that's exciting.
Wait, they're play testing the dungeon for next season?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's exciting. It seems like the music in it's really cool. So, which I mean.
Oh, have they shared that?
No, I'm just going based off of like what devs are saying. Obviously, I don't know. Like, obviously they can be kind of,
Remember the last time whenever they always gas themselves up. They always yell out Bungie, and then like we're like, oh hell yeah, something cool happened, and it's like, no, not really. Like,
yeah, but I was just like, oh, at least like it was kind of cool to see, like, because I almost kind of forgot that we're getting a dungeon next season. I was
how could you forget?
Dude, most of this content's like just kind of like, like the last raid wasn't a fan of.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily hate Spire, the dungeon.
Yeah,
I hated the loot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it was like a bad dungeon. I don't think it was a good dungeon. It was fine.
Yeah.
But it was just a replayability. But unless you have something to say.
Not really.
Mr. Ant-Man.
I can barely breathe, so that's fine.
But what I actually really wanted to talk about this week is we are finally Bungie is going to be finally banning players using third-party
the Chronos and
device.
Zim specifically.
Yes, for if you're using it in games. So there's like some weird, like, I'm just gonna say they're just in generally banning it because like
I'm pretty sure that's what they've said, but like in the TWAB, I think they labeled it as like, if you're using this to cheat, we'll ban you, but if you're using it for accessibility, we'll leave it alone.
Yeah. Which I don't know on how you can really necessarily like determine the two.
Yeah. I think they're just gonna put up a straight ban for it, and then if people get away with it and then they get reported, then they'll take a look at it. I think that's probably how that's gonna go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone will make an appeal and be like, "Oh, I actually need this for accessibility," and then they'll investigate.
Yeah. But anyways, this was just kind of one of those things that I was actually really surprised that we saw such a quick reaction from Bungie / and even on the PvP side, because I think it was 2 weeks ago, Warzone 2 is banning it. Like, if you're using it, instant ban.
They found a way.
Instant ban.
They found a way to detect it. That's the thing.
Yeah, and like if it gets detected, like you get like a warning, and then the next time you get instant banned. And then I remember like the Destiny community was like, "Oh my god, this is awesome! Like Bungie, like can we please get something like this?" And then like literally, I'm really surprised. It's literally I think been 2 or 3 weeks, I know that there's been a few times like the Bungie devs were like, "Hey, we're investigating this like potential thing," and then hey, now we have our answer to the third-party systems that are now officially being banned. So this is a very, I think, small win for the PvP side, especially a lot of the hardcores. So I was super happy to see this, and this was like the main thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know if there was really anything else you wanted to address on top of this.
I still haven't read the
Because
TWAB, so I don't know anything about that. But
basically, I mean, the entire TWAB, it's this. I guess we can talk about this. This does not affect you in
what are you
any
talking?
way.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, you are definitely not getting this. But the best dressed accommodations are going to be moved up. They were supposed to originally launch next season in season 21, but they're going to be moved up to the season 20 mid-season patch, which I don't know if we have a timetable for that yet.
I guess they just haven't said anything about that.
But so that's cool. This will only be available in like low trust activities, matchmaking activities. So like strikes, maybe lower tier dungeon or not dungeons, lower tier nightfalls. And then like Crucible, it says raids, dungeons,
Gambit,
Trials of Osiris. Um, yeah, it looks like Gambit will have it.
nice.
About the only thing that Gambit does have. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. Even though I don't really care about commendations, really don't care about this commendation. I know a lot of people have been asking for it. So that's a nice little teeny like win that they did for the mid-season patch to kind of push that up.
So Worst Dress is coming next season then, right?
Yes, and you'll be getting that every single time.
Hell yeah.
That boy. And then we're getting a trials lab on week 8 and week 11 of season 20. Not really going to go over that because I highly doubt either of us will even touch that.
Yeah, I still haven't touched trials since they made the changes to it.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're looking for, even though we have talked a lot about PvP in this podcast today, we are not PvP people. So
I mean, you used to be. So
I wouldn't say you. I would play a lot of quick play. I would say I'm slightly above average in PvP. But yeah, mainly PvE. And then we have a Bungie Foundation. It's going to be the Seattle Ronald McDonald House. They're doing a thing for
nice.
that. So that's obviously Bungie doing a lot of really, they always going to do a lot of charity stuff. So we get a $50 donation. You receive the knees out emblem. Looks kind of cool. It's green. It's kind of cool. And then $100. Get the emblem. You get a postcard. You get a digital signed by our Kids for Kids team and mailed to you. $250, all prizes above, plus a digital copy of a unique, new and unique piece of artwork. Wow, made by Mark. And then $500, all prizes above. You get a plus a physical print of Mark's exclusive art shipped to you. Don't know who Mark is. Assuming he's a pretty decent artist, so
Marcus
that's
Bagwell?
Cool.
No.
But anyways, obviously, $50 still. You get a nice little emblem, and it goes to a really good cause. So, and I think that's really it for TWAB. For the most stuff I care about, anyways. Which this kind of honestly surprised on how slow this week was. For Bungie, because last week we had a pretty big week, didn't we? Yeah, we had the Reflecting on Nightfall last week.
Well, Yeah. Yeah. I guess they did do that. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we haven't talked about the challenge for the master raid. I don't know if you want to talk about that. The one for this week, the
Oh yeah, we can do
planetary
that.
equilibrium.
Yeah,
Equilibrium.
so encounter 3 is probably gonna be the best challenge out of this entire raid, in my opinion.
There's no leeway. If you screw up, you're screwed.
Yeah, I don't know, and potentially, obviously, we haven't done Nezzy's challenge yet because that will be next week. But like, so you basically take, if you know, like the planet, like the encounter, you're supposed to take the dark planets from the left side and take them to the right side, and the right side's supposed to take the light planets and swap it to the place where the dark planets were on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now for this encounter, it's you are now taking all the light planets from the left side and moving them to the right side, and taking all the dark planets from the right side and moving it to the left side. So I don't know if it's like necessarily like crazy hard. Obviously, our team,
It took us a
if we
minute to get it.
it did, but like literally none of us have played Destiny. That was literally like all 6 of us.
Yeah.
That was the first time we hopped on Destiny. Maybe Chuck had played a little bit of Destiny, but
Probably
all of us are
Chuck and
playing
Ace.
something else.
Unless Ace is doing.
Something else.
Is Ace
He's
doing?
playing Bloodborne
Oh, okay.
right now.
All right.
Yeah. I think he might hop on Destiny with Chuck and whatnot, but like yeah, for the most part, if we were warmed up, I think that would have been pretty simple. But it was a really cool challenge. It's been probably that's just overall the best part of that entire raid, anyways. That encounter is fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. This is so different
So
than everything else, and it actually requires coordination.
yeah, actually, everybody has to do something. Who would have thought?
Yeah. Yeah. I was on ad clear for that, and trying to stay alive was a challenge. Killing all the ads.
Yeah. It's quite fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it was tough, but yeah, we're all. I mean, I guess I was pretty rusty, so.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of rusty. I think if we would have been playing Destiny a little bit more consistent, I think we would have literally have maybe not first or second attempted it, but like it wouldn't have been as big of an issue as it was. So, but either way, we got it done, and next week all we have to do is think I have all the other challenges done.
Yeah, I still need the ones for the same Guardian class and the Solar, and then that's it.
Yeah, which we can probably knock those out sometime this weekend if we wanted to. I mean, we can run through that raid in like 50 minutes. So,
yeah.
But yeah, overall, like I thought they did that encounter fine. I thought they did it right. I don't think that challenge. I think that's going to be the best challenge in this raid. Once again, God, they need to do something with master raids. Like they really need to do something.
Just
like
drop Artifice Armor and have it base 64.
Yeah. Even maybe I would even go 63.
I wouldn't.
So, because I mean, it's still 63 to 66.
I wouldn't.
So, but either way,
you know why? You know why Nightfalls feel good? Because you get hella rewards.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, dude, I'm playing fucking PoE right now, bro. You want to talk about some goddamn rewards? PoE's where it's at.
Have you gone back to the Ruthless, or have you just gone back to?
I've been kind of doing both, honestly. I think I'm gonna just kind of main, my non-ruthless character. Okay. I think, just because like if I want to, I feel like it's gonna be easier to like once I get to end game, be able to like team up with people.
Okay.
Because I feel like more people probably play non-ruthless, but maybe not. I don't know. And then also if I like kind of screw up my build in that game, I'm not like affected as bad, at least that I know of. And I feel like if you wanted to play, if you would honestly like go back and play it on non-ruthless, it's day and night.
Yeah, I started a couple
Okay.
characters on regular mode, and I'm like, this is a joke. I'm just going through, just demolishing everything.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily that uh ruthless. It's not necessarily that like everything is stronger. It's just you are much weaker. Like I didn't realize on how impactful those like support gems are in that game.
Oh yeah.
Because like you don't get support gems in ruthless mode. So like
Wow.
yeah, like there's a lot of really good support gems early on that can like really kind of like change and like kind of get your build going. Where like in ruthless mode, like you're going for this build, but like until you get some of these support gems, and you can't buy gems, like so you're kind of just like, well,
Yeah, I started I can't remember what it's called, Duelist maybe, or it's
duelist is cool.
the sword,
It
right? The fencer.
is it. Oh, the fencer is it? So like,
Isn't that
is your
Duelist?
skill? Yeah, I think so. Can be. Is it bottom right on the skill tree? Do you remember?
I do not know.
Okay.
I know that I started off with a skill where like you stab and then it like does bleed, or you can have a
Okay.
gem
I
that does
believe.
bleed.
Yeah, I think that's duelist because I think the uh
Reminds me of New World.
yeah. What is his name? Shadow maybe. So I don't know all the classes. I think it's Shadow. He's basically kind of duelist. It's just swapped, taking away strength, and then he's just more intellect instead of strength.
Okay.
But yeah, because you were like sitting there complaining, like when we were playing it, like, dude, there's no loot. I was just like, yeah, wait until you like play like normal, because like you're gonna get to a point there's like it's just filled with loot, and you're just like, well, this is all junk, and I can't pick up any of it because like you can only hold like 5 items. But
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. I wasn't getting any loot, and I was getting like eaten alive by one enemy. Like,
yeah, those because I did try the like little crucible thingy majig seasonal thing, like those metal guys that were like literally destroying us. You know what I'm talking about? When you go to like the little flame thing and you activate it and it
yeah, yeah, yeah,
spawns and
yeah,
all
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
Those are still the last time I tried it, still tough on non-ruthless.
Okay, so you can use them on non-ruthless.
Yeah, so I don't know
Okay.
what was going on with that. Maybe I just wasn't holding it long enough or something like that.
Yeah. Those things are essentially
Um,
just used to charge up your weapon to the next
yes.
level.
Yeah, it gives you like certain buffs and
Buffs.
stuff,
Yeah.
which I think is kind of important in Ruthless because of the low drop rate of stuff. Non-Ruthless, I don't think it's as big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, you need to go and actually like look to see like on how they're doing like that is how you do like basically like an expansion. When I say like it's just insane what they're doing with PoE 2. Like there's gonna be so much content in that game, but there's like a little bit of a downside. Like you kind of have to like play all the content. They need to kind of reverse that when PoE 2 comes out, where it needs to be just like to do a lot of the end game stuff. It should just be PoE 2's content, because I think it's gonna be like with the two games. I think it's gonna be like 17 or 20 chapters.
Wow.
Yeah. So like
It's a lot
it's
of
gonna be
chapters.
a lot of content in that game. So, but now I'm excited to play some PoE.
So what are you gonna do?
I don't know about tonight. I might, cause I don't know if I'm gonna go watch the Reds play, but they're in the fourth. So I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight at the moment. So probably just vibe, I guess.
All right. Well, we'll hurry up and end this so you can figure out what you want to do. Short episode tonight, guys. Again, I'm dealing with some damage in this room right now, and I can barely talk. My throat hurts. So, Sully, where can the people find you?
Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook at Sully__games.
And you can find me, your host Thomas, on Twitter at Kane Plays Stuff. Also on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube at Kane Plays Stuff. If Sully's not streaming, I'm heading on over to Zero Score on Twitch to watch him play RE4.
What is he playing?
Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
So, till then, Guardians, eyes down.